It may have been a beautiful Sunday afternoon for Celtic, but it's not really turning out to be a beautiful Sunday evening, as they have been knocked off the top spot of the Scottish Premiership by McKinn's Maroon Army. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football. It may have finished Celtic 2, Aberdeen 0, but here Aberdeen's a diddy club, and Celtic didn't do anything today than what the top of the table team Hearts did last week.
Absolutely not, and tell you what, this game...
Hearts also did it in more convincing fashion.
Here, see if we did the player ratings a couple of hours ago, might not have felt as happy as you feel right now, but I'm not going to lie, I still feel absolutely depressed.
Well, you've got reason to feel depressed.
You're alright though.
I'm fucking buzzing.
You could be giving these guys 10s and I'll be giving them 0s, but there's one guy that we'll both agree
on. Listen, we're just going to do it right now before we get into the game. Yengi, he's getting a 0. I don't give a shit, he's up first. And the reason he's getting a 0 is because, well, I mean, he's deserving of it. He was absolutely crap. I'll say it again. I mean, if Adamida is a waste of a shirt, this guy was a waste of oxygen. Just absolute garbage.
We've seen some shite performances up front, right? I mean, Dessels, etc. Umar Sadiq is one, a guy didn't even know the offside rule. I don't think this guy knew anything.
I think this guy knew where he was.
He was defending against his own players, man.
Aye,
and then he got subbed off for it.
That was probably the best thing he did, that block, to be honest.
Yeah.
Maybe he should play centre-back for Aberdeen next game. Maybe give him a chance.
Maybe.
But yeah, that is 2 games and no goals for Aberdeen. And yeah, Celtic picked up their win. We'll talk about the player ratings in a minute, but yeah, some people saying, oh, you're spinning things. You're claiming that Aberdeen were down to 10 men. Clearly a joke. I was clearly playing on the fact that Yengi was such a waste for Aberdeen up front that it was like playing with 10 men. Well, people are like, oh, I don't know, which Aberdeen player got sent off? I didn't see it. You're making up lies.
You didn't watch your own team? Is what
no, I was fucking too busy probably commenting on our Rangers vids. But, so that's it. If you're wondering why in the title it said Celtic beat 10-man Aberdeen, because I think Aberdeen would actually have probably been better. Here, say what you want. See if Aberdeen legit only had 10 men. At least that shot's not getting blocked. And that could have equalised.
Yeah, potentially.
So
we'll never know.
So with that said, we're going to get into the game. And or should we cover what Brendan Rodgers had to say, or will we cover what he had to say when we get to his rating?
We'll cover it then.
Alright, we'll cover
it
then.
That's more fitting. Mitov, though.
Alright, let's start with Mitov in nets. Listen, don't think he had a horrible game, but I do think he could have saved he could have did better with the first goal. He certainly wasn't going to do anything about Hatate's strike. What a goal that was, to be fair. I think Mitov, it conceded 2, made a couple of okay saves. I thought his distribution wasn't the great. I'll give Mitov a 5. What are you thinking?
The first goal he should save, in my opinion. Second goal, can't do anything about. Distribution was shite. I'll give him a 4.
4?
Aye, 4.5 there for Mitov, right?
Right,
slippers. I'll call him slippers.
I'll give him a 6, and that's probably a very generous score. Not because he was bad, but because he kind of had nothing to do. So I mean,
I'll give him a 6 as well.
The only thing he had to do in Yengi prevent him from doing it.
Good shot for what's his name? Kush or something? Kish? Oshi. That's not the way they said it on TV though. They called him like Kush or something. Either way, he cushioned it into the top right hand corner and Schmeichel dealt with it, so I'll give him a 6 as well.
Yeah, 6 for Schmeichel. Another easy day for him at the office. Right, up next got Jensen. I've seen a lot of people say that Jensen needs to be removed from the team with him and Nielsen, that Jimmy Thielen needs to get rid of his favourites. There's no doubt about it. Jimmy Thielen definitely likes these Scandinavian players.
But do they like him? Because more often than not, it's just shite.
Someone's going to say Jensen's Danish, but here, Denmark's close enough to Scandinavia, so I mean, I consider it's like the unofficial fourth Scandinavian country. It's always been that way. Do you agree?
Well, put it this way: if it was a country on earth that you had to include with the free Scandinavian,
it would be Denmark.
Aye.
So yeah.
So I agree with that to a degree, but it's still wrong, isn't it? I'll tell you one thing: it's right. The Hearts are top of the table.
No, so that's 100% right. It doesn't matter who you ask or what map you look at or what table you look at.
That seems sick, right? Oh,
yeah,
just to calm the people down there. In case slabber over your keyboard so
Right.
you can't type it
I'm going to
anymore.
give Jensen a 5.
I'll give him a 5 as well.
Right. Johnston, Alistair Johnston.
I can't stand this guy.
Yep, I don't like him. I just do not like him.
Yeah.
Can't say he's a bad player, but I don't like him.
I would love a player like this in my own team because he just irritates the opposition.
Would you swap him with Tav?
I wouldn't swap him directly because I can't stand him, but a player like him, obviously, yeah.
Alright, I'll give Johnson a 6.
I'll give him a 7.
Didn't really have much to do, but whatever.
Dorrington
Dorrington
for Tottenham, and if I'm concerned, he was still playing in North London because he was shite the day.
Yeah, didn't really offer much, did he? Although, I don't think Aberdeen weren't they that bad. Although I think Dorrington could have done better for the opening goal.
I'll give him a 5.
Yeah, I'm going to give him a 5 as well. Carter Vickers.
I'm giving Carter Vickers. I'm going to give him an 8, man. I think this guy just... Yengi's shite, but when you're actually defending from the guy on the floor and you do it with ease...
Sitting on his arse and he's still...
this guy's
still
sitting
got
with
him in his
slippers
pocket.
on, man. He's just sitting there on his arse.
Nah, definitely. I'll give... I think an 8's fair. I'll give Carter Vickers an 8. Just solid at the back, 100%. Up next, got Milne for Aberdeen. Another really bang average performance. Wasn't made to look amateurish by any means, but just not good enough, man. The whole Aberdeen team were pretty poor, let's be honest. I'll go a 5 again with Milne.
Nah, I'll give Milne a 5 as well.
Might just be 5s in the middle here.
I don't think Aberdeen's problem was defensively.
No, it wasn't, right.
I'll give Scales a 7. I thought it was good.
I thought some of his passes were misplaced, to be fair. I'm going to give him a 6.
Alright, fair enough. But again, I think the passing became a bit shite when he dragged out the left back, and he's not a left back.
To be fair, his passing wasn't great either. First half, he gave the ball away a few times, but I tell you what, at least he comes forward and he gets on the ball. He's not afraid to get involved. Right, Nicky Devlin. I think Devlin's a good player, but he wasn't that good today.
I will give Nicky Devlin a 5 out of 10.
I agree with that. So the entire Aberdeen back four, they're getting a 5.
Right, Tierney set up the first goal.
Yeah, looked good, looked dangerous. Got the assist. Got taken off early. You can see that Tierney's got quality and he's still got pace. But what would worry me is that's 2 games in a row now where he's been taken off as a sub. And
it's alright in the league, but see when Celtic are in the Champions League and it's a crunch tie and they need to win or get a result, and you're taking this guy off with 35 minutes to go, that's going to be a problem.
Yeah, and he was taken off early against St Mirren when Celtic needed a goal to actually get in front. And so it's not like the game was won against St Mirren.
No one's doubting Tierney's quality. Honestly, quality-wise, he's probably the best player in the league if we're being...
I just don't know if Tierney's going to be that guy that is consistently playing and finishing almost every game. This might be the norm from Tierney. But here, if this keeps Tierney injury-free, then it's the correct thing to do, probably. If Rodgers wants to take Tierney off around 65 minutes every game, then by all means, it's better to have Tierney for 65 minutes than no minutes.
Yep.
But I'll give him a 7 just due to the fact he never finished at the game and he got taken off early.
Graham Shinnie, I thought he was shite, man. This was not a captain's performance. This was a jobber's performance.
Yeah, Graham Shinnie, very poor. I will give Shinnie a 4.
I'll give him a 4 as well.
Not good enough. Nygren
got the goal,
got the assist
for
as
me,
well.
the best midfielder on the day.
I'll
give him a 7.
I agree. I'll give him a 7. Right, Nelson.
A 2 for me. This guy's tragic.
Yeah, I was going to give him a 3. So it's a 2.5. I just do not think that Shinnie and Nielsen work.
He's like the tractor with the tractor engine. Some people get described as the tank with the Ferrari engine. This guy's the tractor.
Yeah, to me, these two guys together just don't work in the midfield.
No,
too slow. I think you can play one in there, but the both of them together just doesn't really work.
I think Nielsen and Graham Shinnie in a midfield is like when you see like one of these games where it's like a Legends game, and it's like just 2 guys that are like 45
in their 50s or something.
Aye, and they're just done. Like here, they can pass a ball. They can find someone, but when it comes to run, they can't run. Alright,
Captain Calmac. I don't think he had anything to do, just another game where Cal McGregor was anonymous, really.
Basic game, For a basic guy, at least he didn't cry this time. I'll give him that.
I'll give him a 6.
He kept his tears in check. I'll give him a 6 as well.
Milanovic, I thought he was the bright spark against Hearts. I mean, didn't really offer anything today, but neither did, to be fair, many of the Aberdeen players. I'll give Milanovic I'll give him a 4.
I'll give him a 4. I think he was probably the best attacker.
Right, Hatate.
Did nothing.
Thought he was poor, but it was a great goal, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Honestly, without that goal, I'm maybe giving him a 5, 6 at the most. But because that was such a good goal,
I'll give him a 7.
I'll give him a 7. Alright, so there you go.
There we go, right.
Awishi. Or Awishi?
Akushi.
Akushi.
It was a cushioned finish.
I'll give him a 4.
I'll give him a 4 as well.
James Forrest. Hey, he's a Celtic legend. He scored in 14 competitive consecutive seasons. That's all good and stuff, but let's be honest, didn't really do much today, did he?
Him and Yang, man, that's just not a good right side.
To be fair though, Dai's Umaida hasn't looked that good so far.
Back to him. I'll give Forrest a 6.
And I know it's only 6. I'll give him a 5. And I know it's only 2 games, but
5.5.
Oh, 5.5. I know it's only 2 games, but I did say this. The chances of Dai's Umaida replicating
Right, well, let's get to him. I'll go through.
Right, Keskikan. I thought he was alright. But, alright's not enough, is it?
I'll give him a 4.
I'm going to give him a 5.
Right, best. I mean, he was kind of surrounded by donkeys and... Right, Dyson Maeda. I don't know what's happened to this guy, man. He doesn't look a shadow of the former player, but he looks like the former player that couldn't finish his dinner.
Honestly, man, I thought him on the left with Kieran Tierney would be creating some magic, and we've not seen any so far. The only magic we've seen's been from the team in maroon.
Yeah, can't dispute that. I mean, Tierney did do a bit of magic today, but Maeda wasn't there.
Yeah, you know what? I gave Forrest a 5, and I think you'd be in denial to say that Maeda wasn't a 5 as well.
Maeda was like 1-on-1, and he was like slipping over himself, and I mean, that chance for Forrest played it to, he should score that.
I'm giving him a 5.
I'll give him a 5 as well. Not the worst Celtic player.
Right, Yengi, we've already gave a 0, so that's...
Right, speaking of the worst Celtic player... Yo, this isn't an agenda, man, right? He's like non-existent.
I said it from day one, he's shite. He is shite.
Yo, what I will say is, like, he didn't get into any positions, but he didn't do the basics wrong, like touching the ball like Yengi did. Or like just running the ball out of play. So I will give him...
What did he do though?
Exactly nothing. I'll give him a 3. I thought, honestly.
Yeah,
From a number 9, the Aberdeen team's disgusting, man.
Thing is, I'll agree. I'll give him a 3, but I feel like that's being generous.
Damn, the agenda's running wild, brother.
Right, Sokler came on. I thought offered a bit more. Wouldn't be hard to offer more than Yengi. Made some runs. Didn't really create anything or do anything though. So I'll give him a 4.
I'll give him a 4 as well.
It
wasn't hard to replace Yengi, man.
Yamada, I mean, this guy's getting called the new Kyogo.
Which I think's disrespectful.
I've yet to see it. I'll give Yamada the same score I gave Sokler. I'll give him a 4.
I'll give him a 4 as well. Offside header that he shouldn't have been offside for.
Clarkson came on, didn't do nothing, gave the ball away a few times. I think he should have started, but this is a guy that his value, I think, and his reputation is just declined since he made that big £1 million move to Aberdeen.
Yeah, you know what, man? See when a team outside the Old Firm spending $1 million, the guy that they sign need to be the equivalent of the Old Firm signing a guy for like $10 million, and this guy just has dropped off a cliff.
I don't know if you would describe Clarkson as a wonder kid, but I do feel like he was close to that sort of level, and now he's a guy that can't even...
He was like a wonder watch.
Yeah, but now he can't even get a start for Aberdeen.
But what I will say, there's no way he shouldn't be starting.
Yeah, but I think when he first joined Aberdeen on loan, I remember us all thinking, oh, well, Aberdeen, they won't be able to get him permanently. He's too good for Aberdeen.
And then they did.
And then they paid the money and they got him, and now he's not even good enough to start, so it's very strange. I'll give Clarkson a 4.
I'll give him a 4 as well, right? Trusty.
And Trusty, do we trust? I mean, not really. He didn't do nothing wrong, but he had an easy game at it, didn't he? It was like, well,
yeah.
And what was Trusty?
I'll give him a 5.
Yeah, he kept a clean sheet. 5's fair.
Right, Polvara missed a great opportunity to make it 2-1. Could have changed the game, didn't. For that, I'll give him a rating lower than the other two. I'll give him a 3.
I'll give him a 4. Just running the mill
Right,
shit.
Engels and McLeod, man, they came on like the 85th minute. I'll just give them both 5s.
Yeah, I think that's
And Ralston
fair.
came on in the 8th
Yeah,
minute.
I'll give him a 5 as well. I mean, not a lot you can really do there.
And as for Morris and Boyd, I mean, I'd kind of just give them a 5 as well. Or should I?
I'll give Morris a 4.
I'll give Boyd a 5. Guy's 17, man. Can't expect
Boyd
him.
didn't really do much. I'll give him a 5.
Doubt,
Right, we'll move into the managers. Let's see. First, what Brendan Rodgers had to say about the game. He said, quote, "This was always going to be a challenging game in the context of how this last season finished and coming here so early in Aberdeen's first home game. I'm so pleased for the players. The last season would have hurt them. They had a fantastic season last season, but we came here today. We play with the quality, we play with the heart, and we get the result." End of quote. So
they
obviously,
they play with the first place team.
no, obviously, Rodgers there referring to the Scottish Cup, which just feels like, I mean, that doesn't feel like a few months ago.
When was it? End of May, start of August? No, it feels years ago, man.
Oh, that was the day I got released for
Hospital.
the hospital, buddy. What a day that was.
City ripped. He fucking woke up for the coma. Wait, what?
It's like,
Celtic have lost a cup final.
I'm getting out of here. Sprinting home for the hospital, man, to try and see that winning penalty for Aberdeen. What a day it was.
That was great.
Fucking fantastic.
Right.
Anyway, so he's right. I mean, listen, this was an easy win for Celtic, wasn't it? Come on.
Yeah, it was. When people say we're biased, right, and all this shit, I mean, look, see, we were biased. We'd have gave all the Aberdeen players 10s and Celtic 0s. I mean, like, Celtic won, right, but let's not pretend they were unreal and great. They weren't. And if you're being honest, you'll know that. So, I mean, I think you said in the review they were complete pish. I mean, I wouldn't say they were complete pish, but let's not pretend that they were great.
No, definitely not. Rodgers also went on to say, quote, "I'm really pleased for Benji Nygren. That's why we signed him. He's a player with a record of scoring goals from midfields or wide areas, but we see him very much as an 8. He can move well, he can take the ball in tight spaces, he can get in the box. It's really nice for him to get that goal. And the second goal, we played out the pressure really well, and then we've done what we've done up here a few times." End of quote. I mean, I don't know what he means by we've done what we've done a few times. I haven't really seen goals like that. That was an absolute belter from Hatate.
I think it just means what we do every time we play Aberdeen, we beat them.
BBC Sport have Yengi sitting on an average rating of 2.7. I think that's 2.7 kind, to be fair.
That is.
But, yep, so there you go. And what did Jimmy Thielen have to say? He said, quote, "I think some parts of the game were good in the first half. Still on the break, and our transitions were not clinical enough. We have to do more work during training, sessions to be better when we have the opportunity to win the ball in transition, and how we arrive to be the last third. Celtic defended transitions really well, and I think in the last 20 minutes of the game, we don't have this extra power to create an opportunity to get back in the game. I think the game was still alive when it was 1-0. When the score was 2-0, we needed to risk a little bit more. We created some more opportunities against Hearts today, not so many. I still think it's early, but of course we expect it more from ourselves. I am the manager, so I'm responsible." End of quote. Listen, I think the guy's overrated. I think the guy will be sacked before the end of the season. But I'll give Jimmy Thielen credit because he's come out and he said that he's responsible, and that seems to be a difficult thing for a lot of managers in Scotland to say.
Do you not think he's a bit bland?
No, he is, but he's come out and said he's to blame, so I mean, I respect that.
I don't know, man. You look at these Scandinavians, and I mean, if you look at Formula 1, you've got like Mika Hakkinen, Kimi Räikkönen. They're like cold, but they've got that aura about them. Like they walk into a room and you feel like people pay attention. Jimmy Thielen just depresses me.
Right, well, that's good to know. Would he
You know what I mean?
would he have depressed you if his Aberdeen side won 3-0 today?
Fuck no.
Not that it matters, because Celtic wouldn't be top of the table either way, but still. Right, Jimmy Thielen, I'm going to give the guy... changes didn't really... He started Yengi, didn't make changes quick enough. His changes didn't really change the game. I mean, it was piss poor, really. I'll give him a 3.
I will give Jimmy Thielen. You got the midfield completely wrong. I'll give him a 3 as well.
And
no, you know what, man? Fucking 2. 2 out of 10. Sorry, I have to change it. See how Yengi did not get subbed off at half time? That's unforgivable.
And Brendan Rodgers, look, I said Celtic were complete pish. They weren't a complete pish, but look, can we all admit, Celtic fans included, that for a few competitive games now, Celtic have been average? And that I don't think that's a stretch. I think today they were average, but probably looked better than they actually were because they were up against such a shit Aberdeen team. I think for their own standards, on the opening day of the season at home against St Mirren, they were average and they relied on a late deflection to beat St Mirren. In the cup final, they were average and, to be honest, were up against one of the worst teams I've ever seen in a cup final in Aberdeen, and I really do mean that. And then in the final game of the season against St Mirren, they were bang average in that, and they relied on a very, very late, pretty much last kick of the game equaliser for James Forrest. So it's been a while since we've seen a really good Celtic performance in a competitive competition. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying they're shite, but they've been average for a while. And see if Celtic were as good as these people in the comment. It's weird. All these people in the comments are making it like I'm playing down Celtic or being biased or being better. But if Celtic are so good and I'm being so harsh on them, then why are you so desperate to spend this war chest and get players in? If Celtic are playing so good at the moment, then you mustn't think they need signings. Fact is, they're not playing that good. They have been average. Yeah. They've been struggling if you look at results, and they do need to sign players.
The ratings don't lie, man. Right, take Meyer out of it because he's the best player in the league right now. Well, maybe not right now, but you know, he's up there. Forrest and Big Adam, they both need to go.
Not good enough. Neither's Yang. Yang didn't come on today. I'll give Brendan Rodgers a 6.
And what about Engels? Didn't really touch too much on him. It's his Celtic career. I'm not saying it's over.
No, it's not over, but again, he wasn't worth 11 million.
Yeah, but I think there's a problem here. It's like the midfield can play free. Up front, if Big Adam wasn't getting played, then it's like, there's only one goal. If Engels can't get in over a guy that was worth 1.3 million in Nygren, or was 1.8, I don't know.
If Celtic wanted to say, hypothetically, if Celtic wanted to sell Engels in this transfer window,
they're not getting 11 million.
I think they'd struggle.
I mean, I'm not going to lie and say, it'd be like 1 million. I think it would be around 8.5.
Look, maybe they could get their money back, but they certainly wouldn't be making the profit that everyone assumed they would at the start of the season. And maybe that's why going forward the board don't like to do that.
And that's why I think it was a weird signing though. It's like you're signing a guy for the Bundesliga, right? And it's like, yes, he's almost like the finished article, but to me,
21.
No, but he's a more finished article than Lennon Miller. You know what I mean? Because Lennon Miller is like he's 17 into 18. And you just know for a fact if he signed for Celtic, you say you spent 10 million on him, you just know you're going to sell him for bucket loads of profit. But if you're signing somebody for the Bundesliga, I feel like in order to make an insane amount of profit on him, you also have to be like another big league.
Yeah, listen, I mean, even Celtic aren't going to make 4 or 5 times that amount on Engels. I think at best Celtic are probably going to make about what they make with other players, 25. And at the moment, I don't think they're going to get anywhere near that. Anyway, back to Brendan Rodgers. I'm going to give him a 6.
I'll give Rodgers a 7. How about that? Big Brenda. He lost his tie, but
not quite number 1 though, is it? It's not quite a 1 at the top of the table.
No, it's not quite that, but it's a 6.5. And
what would you give Derek McInnes today out of curiosity?
I'll give Derek a 10.
Alright, perfect 10. Anyway, perfect Sunday, guys. Catch you in the next one. Let us know your thoughts. But that's it. Aberdeen were pretty poor today. Yengi should never play again as far as I'm concerned. That's 2 game. I mean, he was shite against Hearts.
He was the one that hit it wide, wasn't he? For the free kick against Hearts? Yeah.
But as bad as he was against Hearts, I mean, holy shit, he was next level bad today.
Yo. Who Aberdeen get? Stade Bucharest? This guy leading them in a Europa League? Not a chance.
Start Sokler. Has to happen. Anyway, till next time. Peace.